Women want a
Okay.
man who's going to be decisive, who's going to make the decisions to say, no, I know what it is I want. This is what I'm going after.
Because some women feel like they're the only adult in the room.
Exactly. And no woman should be in that position.
I think a lot of newbies watch this stuff and they kind of misunderstand what you mean by lead, and they're like, I'll just tell her what to do all the time.
Absolutely not. It's not about being a bully. If you act like a bully, you'll end up alone. If you act like a bully, if you're going to be mean to people, if you make people feel bad, if you hurt them, you will end up alone. And I don't think anybody gets into the study of how to connect with other people so they can end up alone. When I say that you have to lead, that doesn't mean you just simply tell somebody what to do. You lead them to that outcome. Find out what's important to them. Be the person who helps them connect with what they're passionate about. If you know that the woman in your life happens to really love, just give me a random example here.
Venetian music.
Venetian music. You know that your woman happens to love Venetian music. You don't have to become an expert on Venetian music, but at some point in the relationship, you should be the one to lead her to a Venetian music concert without being asked, without being begged. Why? Because you know it's important to her. Now, are you doing something for her? Well, of course, it's a relationship. It's give and take. But you must lead the relationship. If you know that it's important to her, by all means, don't wait for her to ask you to do that. You should be thinking that yourself. That's an example of leading as opposed to telling somebody what to do.
Okay. So leading is basically applying real leadership, where the woman wants to follow you because she likes what you're suggesting.
When the way you lead someone makes him or her feel good, because this applies to men as well, people will follow. If you're leading someone and they're not feeling very good about it, chances are they're not going to be following you for very long.
Eventually, every dictator is rebelled against.
Exactly. But when you make people feel good, when you lead them to topics that actually they feel good about, that are important to them, and you get them to talk about those topics, and you get them to connect to those topics, that's a form of power.
Well, you know what? Thank you so much for your very well-chosen words.
All right.
This was very insightful and interesting.
I've had a lot of fun.
Have a great conference.
Thank you.